However, as they listened to Gaius speak about his ambitions for Rome and his plans for upcoming legislation, a sense of unease began to creep into Alex's mind. They realized that their presence here might not be as harmless as it seemed. The senator was discussing a crucial decision regarding land distribution that could impact thousands of lives. Suddenly, amidst the laughter and revelry, Alex witnessed a heated debate between Gaius and another senator. The stakes were high. Gaius advocated for reforms that would benefit the lower classes, while his opponent argued for maintaining the status quo. The outcome of this debate could alter the course of Roman history. Alex felt an overwhelming urge to intervene, but hesitated. Would their actions have unforeseen consequences? They recalled tales of time travelers whose mere presence had shifted events in ways they could never have predicted. As Gaius prepared to make his speech before the gathered crowd, a speech that could sway opinions and change minds, panic surged through Alex. They needed to return before they inadvertently altered history irrevocably. Gaius! Alex shouted into the radio, their voice laced with urgency. You must reconsider your decision. It could lead to chaos. The senator paused mid-sentence, confusion etched across his face. Who speaks? Show yourself. Realizing they had drawn too much attention, Alex frantically fumbled with the watch's dials, desperately trying to find the right frequency to return home. I'm sorry, I can't stay. They pressed a button at random. In an instant, another blinding light engulfed them. The sounds of laughter faded away as darkness enveloped Alex once more. When the light dissipated again, they found themselves back in their workshop, heart racing and breathless. The workshop was unchanged, tools scattered across the floor, papers strewn about, but Alex felt different. They had glimpsed history firsthand and had almost altered it irrevocably. As they sat on the floor, still reeling from the experience, one thought consumed them. The past was fragile, and their journey had only just begun. What other secrets lay waiting in time, and how could they ensure that their explorations wouldn't disrupt the delicate tapestry of history? The ripple effect. The workshop felt eerily quiet as Alex sat in the dim light, the pocket watch resting heavily in their palm. The vibrant sights and sounds of Saturnalia still echoed in their mind, but as the adrenaline faded, a creeping sense of unease settled in. They had returned to the present, but something felt off. As they stood up, brushing dust from their jeans, Alex noticed a framed print hanging on the wall. A well-known painting of the birth of Venus. The name beneath it read Sandro Botticelli, but something about it felt wrong. With a sinking feeling, they recalled the art history lecture they had attended just a week prior, where they had learned that the painting was now attributed to a lesser-known artist due to a recent discovery. No, Alex whispered, heart racing. That can't be right. They hurried to their laptop, fingers flying over the keyboard as they searched for confirmation. The screen flickered to life, revealing articles about the reattribution of the painting. A new name appeared, an obscure artist who had once been dismissed as a mere footnote in art history. Panic surged through Alex. Had their presence at Saturnalia somehow altered the timeline? Had their conversation with Gaius Lucius inadvertently influenced an academic discovery that would ripple through time? As they stared at the screen, memories of friends and conversations began to surface. friends who now seemed to have different recollections of shared experiences. A lunch with Jamie, where they had debated the merits of various Renaissance artists, had somehow shifted. Jamie now passionately argued for the newly attributed artist, as if it had always been that way. Hey, Alex, you remember that art exhibit we went to last month? The one featuring that new theory on Botticelli? It's incredible how they've uncovered so much about that artist. Alex clenched their jaw, the weight of realization crashing down. The subtle changes were spreading like ripples on water, affecting not just history, but their own reality. Determined to confront these anomalies, Alex reached for their phone and dialed another friend, Sam. Hey, can we talk? They asked, trying to keep their voice steady. Sure. What's up? Sam replied cheerfully. Do you remember our discussion about the Renaissance last week? Who did you say painted The Birth of Venus? Botticelli, obviously, Sam said, confusion lacing their tone. What's this about? Alex felt a chill run down her spine. No, I mean, what if I told you there's been a shift, that it's been attributed to someone else now? Are you serious? Sam laughed lightly. You're messing with me. That's impossible. But Alex couldn't laugh along. They hung up, feeling more isolated than ever. The world around them was changing, and they were powerless to stop it. Days passed as Alex tried to adjust to the unsettling reality. Each encounter with friends felt like a game of charades where they were desperately trying to guess what had changed while everyone else remained blissfully unaware. They took notes on every inconsistency, hoping to find a pattern or a clue that would lead them back to normalcy. Yet, despite the growing anxiety over these alterations, the allure of the watch tugged at them relentlessly. Each time they glanced at it, resting on their workbench, its intricate design seemed to whisper promises of adventure and discovery. The temptation to explore further was intoxicating. One evening, unable to resist any longer, Alex picked up the watch and turned its dials thoughtfully. They hesitated for just a moment before deciding on another destination. This time, a less tumultuous period in history. The Italian Renaissance, perhaps during Michelangelo's early years. As Alex pressed the activation button, anticipation coursed through them. The familiar blinding light enveloped them once more, and in an instant, they found themselves standing in a bustling workshop filled with sculptors and artists. The air was rich with the smell of marble dust and paint. But as they took in the scene, the vibrant colors of freshly mixed pigments and the sound of chiseling stone, an unsettling thought nagged at them. What if this time was different? What if their presence here would lead to even greater consequences? Determined to tread carefully this time, Alex observed quietly from the shadows. They watched as young Michelangelo worked diligently on a statue, his brow furrowed in concentration. The beauty of his craft was mesmerizing. It was no wonder he would become one of history's greatest artists. Yet even here, Alex felt the weight of their previous choices pressing down on them. They were no longer just an observer. They were an active participant in a delicate dance of history. Every word spoken, every decision made could send ripples through time, ripples that could alter not just art, but the very fabric of society itself. As Michelangelo stepped back from his work, wiping sweat from his brow, Alex fought against the urge to approach him or offer advice. Instead, they stood still, grappling with the reality that exploration came with great responsibility. With each passing moment in this new time period, Alex began to understand that every journey held consequences, some small and subtle, others vast and irrevocable. The weight of history pressed down on them like never before, and with it came a newfound resolve. They would explore carefully and thoughtfully, aware that even the smallest action could reshape everything they held dear. As they prepared to return home once again, Alex made a silent promise to be more cautious with each leap through time. But deep down, they knew that the allure of adventure would always beckon them forward into the unknown tapestry of history waiting to be unraveled. Storytime English encourages you to review this video again to master the more difficult pronunciations, and to subscribe in order to get notified about future content. Wishing you safety and well-being until next time.